All right, so what I want to do today, I was thinking like just kind of going through this. I guess we're using this. Is there like art here when you go inside? You see that's the problem. This doesn't have art. Ideally, I would like if this had art too, but maybe. I mean, there is gallery, I guess. 3D model. Oh, this actually kind of lets me know if there's like a 3D model of it as well. So if there already is a 3D model, I'm just not gonna do it myself. It's a nice 3D model. Alright. I'll go through here, guys. Is this gonna have all characters though? I like this, but I also kind of want to do like dynamic shadows. And see how I can do it good. Yeah, I want to do like some sort of dynamic shadows where, because like these particular models have that thing where like they have dynamic shadows, but I want to do it in a way where like I have two sets of textures. One is like dark, one is like light. And then depending on where the light affects them, like it just changes up the texture. Oh, she's kind of cool. I don't like the way the face is though. Oh, mouse. That's pretty cute, but I feel like there's not a lot of good art with her. Ratatouille. She's a ratatouille. Yeah, this is good, but there's not a lot of good like it's too hard to see her face. Like I would need to at least see her face. Oh, trash lolly. I kind of like this actually, but no, I want something cuter. Oh, we're done almost. God damn it. I swear like this is missing like more stuff. Am I wrong? Junko. Oh, that's cute. Is there any decent Blender course on YouTube who make content about hard surface modeling? I don't know. Actually, there is. Check out Polygon Runway. It's actually pretty good because I've whenever I recommend people some sort of model along videos, I always tell them to use that resource because it's not directly tutorials, it's more so time-lapse, but it's a sort of a time-lapse where as you're modeling along, for example, right, you're like you pause, you model, you see what he's doing, you pause again, you model, right, like a work pipeline kind of. It's just a good way to force yourself to create a need for learning more. So what I always say is like it's very important to create a need for something, right? For example, if you want to get better at something, for 3D modeling in this case, you have to create a need for it. Otherwise, why the fuck are you even doing it, right? So, for example, for some people, the need for it is that, I don't know, maybe like some artistic outlet, right? For some people, it's money. For some people, it's, like, I don't know, hobby, like something that they need, you know? But whenever you're in a learning process, right? How do you force yourself like day to day to create a need for learning more, right? Well, you create the need by encountering struggle, basically, right? Struggle would be, in this case, whenever you're watching those videos, for example, right? And sometimes you don't understand what the person is doing because he's not spoon feeding you, right? So you're creating a struggle because you don't understand what's happening. And then you're creating a need. You're creating a need for you to learn more, right? So my theory when it comes to learning is that you need like a good amount of struggle that will create the need for you to learn more. This is why I dislike things like donut tutorial, for example. I truly think that things like donut tutorial are very bad. Not because it's a bad tutorial, it's a good tutorial, but it's bad for creating some sort of need for you to learn more. Because what happens is you open it up and you follow along exactly what the person is telling you. So you don't have to move a single crevice in your brain. You don't have to think at all. You can just turn off your brain, see what the person is telling you to do, and just do that, and that's it. You don't have to do anything else. So that's why I'm saying that, like, there's no struggle in that, you know? There's no need in you learning more whenever you're doing shit like that. That's why I believe that the best way to learn something, is to create the need for it. Now, how you create that need is all up to you. I gave you one example of it. All right, I think I know what I want. I do like her too, to be honest. And this is like a good fucking reference. More or less. But yeah, this is a problem. There is sort of a 3D model already. So there's no reason for me to create another one. It's a good 3D model, actually. Oh, I know this type of stuff. You should know that looks nice. The problem is, like, some of this stuff that I'm looking at is like, it's very hard to read their facial shape on some of them. It doesn't have to like look directly into the camera. It has to be something that I can read. And some of these are just kind of more so artistic. I actually kind of like this. Let me see what other images are there. And I think I can work with this. I think. Yeah, I kind of like this actually. Okay, so I think this is one of the choices. Saya is kind of cute too, but let me see. Her art is very weird. It's cute, not gonna lie, but it's like just weirdly drawn. Yeah, so far I like the other one more. What do we have here? Oh yeah, this one is cute too. I wanted to do this at some point. I like this version too. Yo, new booth model with like 3 versions. All right, let's test out new Blender. Can I just turn this into PNG? I think I can. Oh, you know what I wanted to experiment on? Okay. So I wanna try like a certain technique and see if I can do something about it. Okay, I can actually literally do it in Blender. Okay. So I'll explain what I'm trying to do here. Give me a second. So this should be 2 meters. Wait, how tall is this actually? You know what? Let me... Don't save. All right, good. For example, like if it was this height. Sure. Let's make it a 2.8. Okay, so what I want to do something strange, sorta. Maybe even more will be good here. Okay, sure, why not? I'll explain what I'm trying to do. Give me a second. Wait, what? Does the search not work? Doesn't work? Ah, yes. Good. They actually automatically have the this thingy in the new version of Blender. That's good. I like that. All right. Let me save this. So what I want to do is do more subdivision. So I'm wondering if, I don't know if I can do that, but I want to try if I can. So I want to warp this basically in a way where like she's actually kind of like looking forward, but I'm not sure if I can do that without it making it look weird. Like what if like I could warp like certain looking heads for them to just kind of like look forward? Okay, let me experiment anyways. Just want to see. Like how silly this actually looks. I just want to know if like something like this is even possible basically, because there's a lot of times where like a picture will be distorted and like there's no good way of like fixing it, right? So I wonder like if you can, technically speaking, distort it back in a way where like it's usable again. I'm just not sure. Like I said, I'm just trying to see if like anything like that is even possible. I'm trying to do my stupid thing with distortion. It's dumb, but I'm just wondering if I can eventually get to the point where it makes sense, maybe. But so far so bad. That looks so stupid, dude. Because it's like similar to Live 2D basically, but yeah, okay, whatever. I just wanted to like see if like that's possible. All right, let's try modeling normally. This is still kind of hard, but let's see if I can do it. That's kind of like that's like something that I want to learn, you know, like one of my biggest problems is modeling without a reference if it's not looking forward towards the camera, right? So I want to learn how to model stuff like this without me needing to do that. It's very fucking hard. It actually is very fucking hard. But at the same time, I feel like that's kind of like the next step in me becoming better at what I'm doing. First thing, let me real quick just make this thinner so like this actually gives me some sort of understanding. Yeah, I'm not gonna traumatize you. Give me a second. This is just sort of a placeholder just so I have some general idea about her shape. You know what I'd love to do at some point? There's this like cool guy that does like 3D figures. So he uses references like this to straight up like model something like this instead of like for example, for what I'm doing, this is more so considered like 3D characters for games, right? Like you would use this in a game, but he models them for sculptures, for like 3D, whatchamacallit, like figures. I know it's a bit early to make the mouth, but I'm just gonna do it so I just know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm actually realizing this is so early to do this mouth. Alright, it's fine. Alright. I feel like I'm kind of feeling this, you know? So far so good. Now the nose part. Let's see if I can do the nose part properly. Always a problem with nose. Can I do something like, let's see. Oh, I like that actually. What's a cute model you're working on? It's just a study kind of. Trying to figure out how to do stuff like this without having proper frontal reference. So we'll see how this goes. You know what I need? I'm wondering actually if I can do something like this. Ooh, I kind of like this technique, the way I'm doing it right now. The using the camera and reference in the like in this mode. It gives me like a better understanding. So the goal can be like anything here, you know, either like me figuring out like certain tools that would help me better understand the shape of the eyes and anything, right? Or like even things like this, basically. The only question that I have, maybe I should change up the FOV a little bit, but it's a pretty good FOV actually. Alright, let's continue on for now. Come back here. Will it take for them to shut this model down like the other one? They didn't shut down Shun model though. So it was not the same company that shut down Nagatoro. Shun model is still up. You see, Blue Archive doesn't really care. Not only that, you know, Danfi made one of the Blue Archive models and it's still up as well. Blue Archive is like pretty chill about this stuff. I'm drawing extra vertices using E for extrude. As far as like there being like a rounder part on the inside, that's just subdivide modifier. I would really recommend you, instead of gathering your information like this and learning like this, I would really recommend you going through some sort of Blender fundamentals tutorial. A showcase that shows you all the features of the 3D modeling software, what it has, what it doesn't have. All of these are explained there, all of these are shown there. I would highly recommend you to do that because that's the only right way to build a solid... What the fuck is this? Okay. That's the only solid way to build yourself a base for further knowledge. What's the hardest part of modeling characters for you? Modeling? I don't know anything. I mean, the problem is like, you said like hard, right? But what's hard in terms of modeling? I guess hard part of modeling is like trying to make things look similar to what the concept art is. That's the hard part. Sometimes certain things are in a certain angle, so it's always like, I guess it's like hard figuring out how things should be in 3D whenever you are presented with a 2D reference. Modeling itself is not hard. Like, how can you say that like, oh, this is hard? How do you quantify it? Like with force? With mental fortitude? With what? With what do you quantify how something is hard? You either know how to do things or you don't, or you have the ability to figure out how to do things. That's it. I look so bumpy. You don't overdo with polygon count and polygon density, and you smooth it out every time you have a chance. Your face probably looks bumpy because you have a lot of vertices with subdivide, and then you just kind of have them like all bumpy and shit, basically, and being like in and out and like this and that, and then it makes it look bumpy and stuff. You can't do that. You can do faces like this with few vertices. Don't just depend on subdivide, you know? Like, look at how vertices are. You see, like, I'm looking at this. You see, like, it's a smooth line going on. So, like, that's good. If I see something bumping out, I'm gonna smooth it out. If something is, like, not enough, I'm gonna, like, point it out. Like, what do you think I'm doing right now? Like, when I'm moving around and doing, like, these small fixes here and there, right? It's because like my eye is like just used to this stuff already. I'm seeing like where the irregularities are happening, and I'm just trying to fix it little by little. Now, to your eye, it might not be as visible, and you might say like, I don't even know what the fuck you're doing right now, Shanzo, right? But I'm seeing where these irregularities are happening, where this bumpiness is, how to fix it. And over time you learn it too. It's just a part of the process. By the way, sometimes this is like something very little that like a lot of you might not see it. But you see like how whenever I'm trying to move a vertex, like in this particular area, the little dot right there represents like its pivot point basically. And sometimes that pivot point is just not very accurate, right? So if I pull on this, it's like I don't quite understand the full idea of where I'm pulling it. And now right now like it got displaced. So to fix that, all you have to do is just press tab twice and that's it. See, the pivot point is like back on the cross here of the edges. This gives you just better control with your mesh whenever you're trying to just move it around. Oh yeah, by the way, people ask me about, like, people ask this question sometimes, and they say like, oh, like, Shonzo, I have this hair, and when I move it around, like, yeah, I'm gonna do it without this. Like, when I move it around, it deforms. Wait, why doesn't this deform? Like, when I move this, it deforms weirdly. So what do I do? So to reduce it, you kind of have to do like a hook like this. Now, look, if I move this hook forward, it turns it upside down. It's weird. But if you do like a hook like this, it's not gonna do it as much. See? It's not twisting around as much because there's a hook. Something else, perhaps just training. I'm literally just training, that's it. I'm training on making a model from a very not typical concept art, basically. So this is like an atypical concept art, meaning that it's not front facing. So I'm trying to learn how to do models based on concept arts like this. Like technique or like, you know, anything that could potentially help me with making this. Maybe I will finish this. I do like this, honestly. I feel like I should finish this. And then put it on booth. And then I release DLC once every couple months. Then I'm gonna release the... What is this? I'm gonna release these DLC with this on the inside. You know, it's gonna be a swimsuit outfit with the jacket on the outside DLC. Alright. In terms of how the wings could be made, would making individual feathers be inefficient? I would not make them as individual feathers. I would just straight up make them as a like one whole mesh with like bits coming out of it. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna be done for today though, my dudes. Alright, I'm gonna be done for today. Thank you guys very much for hanging out with me today. I will say I am very satisfied. I am genuinely very satisfied with this so far. I feel like I've had a tremendous progress is what I was gonna say. Yeah, I had tremendous progress on this. Specifically in terms of like... Oh, damn it. There you go, I even made it smoother now. Specifically in terms of like the face shape, which was like my biggest thing that I wanted to do. Like my biggest thing about this model was that like I wanted to make a specific face shape. And I feel like I have succeeded with it. And I actually do like this a lot. Here, let me show kind of topology. This is the type of like head shape that you see on like whatchamacallit, on like 3D figures, you know? No, on 3D figures. I'll explain what I mean by that. So 3D figures usually have like this particular area, like flat. And that's kind of what I did. You can see it from this shadow right here, right? Like this whole area, frontal area, like mouth to cheeks, is almost flat. So you have like kind of two lines going on. One line is going from chin to like the side like this, right? Where's that stinking? So one line is going from chin to the side, and the other line is going from chin to the back. So like that particular effect creates then this like more rounded face. I do really want to finish this though. Alright, I'm gonna be done though for today. Thank you guys very much. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did enjoy it, as always, make sure to follow it. Links in the chat. There's Discord, Twitter, YouTube, Patreon, booth. Check it out. Discord is our community. You can join us up. Stream announcements. We have art channel there. We have Blender help channel. Follow my Twitter. Check out my YouTube. There's time lapses. Patreon, booth. Maybe I'll tell my brother, and I'll make him like take this stream and make a little video of it as well, like a small time lapse of me making this head. So yeah, we'll see. Okay, I told him, we'll see what he says. Alright, anyways, take care everyone.